Hey, welcome back into Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton Rucker. An important topic to farmers and ranchers and could be beneficial to some. We're talking about the expungement process. We're joined now with Roger McEowen, professor of agricultural law and taxation at Washburn University. As always, Roger, pleasure talking with you today.
Good to be with you, Britton.
Roger, first, give us a quick rundown of what an expungement means in Kansas, as they do vary by state.
They do, but in general, what an expungement is the removal of an arrest or a conviction from a person's criminal record. And so when their record is expunged, no information related to the arrest or the conviction can be disclosed, with certain exceptions. And it really is basically giving redemption to that person that maybe when they were younger made a mistake, and now they've tried to turn their life around, and it'd be nice to clear that record off. And that's what expungement does, is it cleans that record.
So how does one start this process?
Well, a good way to do that is through the Kansas Legal Services. They have attorneys that work on expungements for people that are qualified for expungement. Now, not all crimes will qualify. You know, if you have capital murder, for example, any type of sex crimes, those generally are not eligible for expungement. But a lot of other violations are eligible, and those attorneys at Kansas Legal Services do this. And there's a $100 fee that has to be paid, and then, of course, you have court costs associated with it. But the return for the people that have their records cleared is multiple times what the cost of the actual process is.
So people might be wondering, why in the world are you talking about this on Eye on Agriculture? How can this be beneficial to farmers and ranchers here in Kansas?
Oh, this is a big deal, because if you have a farming operation and let's say you have some employees, if they got a criminal record, they might not be able to get their CDL to drive cattle trucks, for example. They may not be able to get a hunting license, a fishing license. A whole host of things get closed off for them. And of course, they can't vote if they have a felony on their record. And if it is a crime that is eligible to be expunged, all those rights are restored to them. And in talking with ranchers that have gone through this process for their employees, they say they funded the cost for their employees. And they say the return to them is multiple times over. And just the new employee they have, a person that's been, like I said earlier, they've been redeemed of something dumb that they did in the past that is now cleaned off their record. And now you have a loyal, much more loyal employee for that farmer ranch. And it's just a great process, I think, all the way around.
Roger, any quick final thoughts for us?
No, it's just visit the Kansas Legal Services website. They have a nice flow chart there of the crimes that are eligible for expungement, what the time period is after the conviction. Sometimes you have to wait 3 years or 5 years. But once you clear that hurdle and you're eligible, then you can go through the process to have your record cleared. And that's a good thing for people.
Well, Roger, thanks so much for coming on and chatting with me today. Everyone stick around. Eye on Ag will be back after the break.